Shalom, the brother Taz Bashar, coming back. First off, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, double honors to the elder apostles of GMS for teaching us this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that's pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. I want to do a quick continuation video upon the thing that I did before the video that I did before this one, which was Christian delusional mind. Christian delusional mind, if I'm correct. You know, I had to cut off the video because you know, I had to go to work. But I'm gonna continue where I left off, and I'm gonna, you know, go into a different direction, which is the Lord will plead with all flesh. You know, so I'm starting with Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. It says, "For behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind." Now, these chariots represent the so-called UFOs, man. The Most High will come with the so-called UFOs. Yahushua will come with the so-called UFOs, which are gonna attack this world and the people therein, man. You know, the people that are gonna fight against Yahushua, the chariots, the angels, the so-called UFOs, and the elect are gonna be the armies of this world, man. That's why Yahweh is preparing his army, and the so-called UFOs. You know, let me grab a quick precept. I remember this scripture. I thought it's lucky. I don't know where it is. As birds. Exactly. This is it. This is Isaiah. Let me mark this real quick. Isaiah chapter 31, verse 5. As birds flying, so will Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. So as birds flying, you know, when it's getting cold outside and the birds are gonna depart into a warmer country, you see this V-shaped formation of the birds, in which, you know, in the army you call it an arrowhead. You know, and it's also a military formation, you know, arrowhead. When you go in an arrowhead, everyone stays in their line, but there's one leading person, which is the tip of the arrow, you know. And in that way, birds fly also. And in that way, Yahweh Yahushua is going to send out his chariots to defend the people of Israel, the elect of Israel. And to basically take over the world, man, because that's what the scriptures say too. We are not gonna ask the kingdom. I believe it's Daniel. Yes, Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. And it says, well, let me start. Yeah, let me just read straight to the point. Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. "But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever." So forever is not good enough. This is the beauty of the scriptures, man. This is what I really like about the scriptures, is that the Most High made the scribes write it down, so you would actually, it has to be very clear, man. You know, it has to be very clear. The Most High wrote down these words through the man of Yahweh Yahushua in a manner that you cannot go around it. It says forever. So you actually already supposed to know that, okay, it's gonna be forever, it's gonna be eternal. But because our people are stubborn and stiff-necked, the Most High said, like, look, and the saints of the and the saints shall possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. If like as if forever was not good enough, but it is, man, because this truth is not for everyone. And the reason that the Most High put it like that is just so it will stick in your mind, man. Not forever, but forever and ever. Even forever and ever, man. So that's the beauty, man. I really like that about the scriptures, and the Most High repeats a lot of things. That's why guys that don't like you to repeat things and act like, yeah, I heard it before, like Apostle Gabar always says, this is a thing of repetition, man. The more you hear it, the more it will stick in your mind. So that's why when you type in the Sabbath, let me type in the Sabbath, man. Let me show y'all, man. Let me show y'all something that is how the Most High deals with us, man. Look, the Sabbath day. Exodus 16:23. And he said unto them, this is that which Yahweh had said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahweh. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seed that ye will seed, and that which remaineth over lay you up for you to be kept until the morning. Let me just pull out the main verses. Exodus 16:25. And Moses said, eat that today, for today is the Sabbath unto Yahweh. Today ye shall not find it in the field. Verse 26. No, I want to show you. Yeah, exactly. Exodus 20:8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Okay, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Exodus 20:11. For in the 6 days Yahweh made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that. Wait, let me put this. I want to filter it even more. So Exodus 16:23. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahweh. So the Sabbath is holy. Exodus 20:8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Okay, again. Exodus 31:14. Ye shall keep the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy unto you. Again. But if you are a stubborn guy and you don't like to hear repetitions, you would get irritated by this alone, man. The Most High keeps repeating it to stomp it in your minds, man, because Israel is a stiff-necked people. Exodus 31:15. 6 days may work be done, but in the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest, holy unto Yahweh. And this continues for multiple scriptures, man. Isaiah 58:13. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day. So this is how the Most High deals, man. He will repeat scriptures multiple times, and if forever is not good enough, he will say that it's for even forever and ever. Forever is already eternal, man. So to go back to Isaiah 66:15, it says, for behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. So that's how Yahushua is gonna come back, man, with flames of fire, with fury, with the chariots. And if you read Habakkuk chapter 3 and 4, it says, Habakkuk 3 and 4, and his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. So this is about Yahushua, man. When Yahushua comes back, he's gonna have horns coming out of his hands. Well, you might think like horns coming out of his hands. This represents multiple things, man. Let's first look up the word horn. If I'm correct, the Hebrew here is quaran, Quaran, and it says horn of strength. So we know horns represent strength. That's why if you read in the book of Daniel, it always points out the horns that are upon the beast. If you read Daniel chapter 8, you have the ram and the he-goat. You know, the ram and the he-goat. The ram had 2 horns. One was higher than the other, which represents the Persian Empire. You know, the one that was smaller was the Medo-Persian Empire, but the smaller one came first. So these horns represent power, strength, you know, of a kingdom, you know, but mainly power. So we see B, it says of strength, flask, horn. But then F, it says rays of light. These rays of light represents the laser beams that Yahushua is able to shoot out of his hands, man. And not Yahushua only, but also the chariots that come with him, man. The so-called UFOs, the chariots of Yahushua, man, the whirlwinds. They are gonna shoot fervent heat. What's fervent heat? What is heat that will make you turn into dust, man? Turn into ashes. What kind of heat is that? What kind of heat are you dealing with that if it hits you, you will be vaporized, man? That's that laser, man. So Yahushua is gonna come back with that laser. I don't even want to call it technology, man. Esau calls it laser technology. But this is a spiritual laser that will zap your ass out of this world, man. You know, just like how you see that in what's that movie called, War of the Worlds, with Tom Cruise. And I hate Tom Cruise, by the way, but that movie is a sick movie, man. That shows you, gives you a picture, that gives you an image of how the day of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna be, man. The chariots are gonna come, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is gonna plead with all flesh, man. You know, with what? With destruction, with fire and fury. You know? So this is the power. Let me read it again. Habakkuk chapter 3 and 4. And his brightness was as the light. He had horns coming out of his hand. And there was the hiding of his power. You know? So that's talking about the chariots, man. The chariots, and Yahushua himself has the power to basically shoot lasers out of his hands, man. You know, and don't tell me, listen, man, this truth, it's not a joke, man. This truth is not a joke. Let me pull this scripture out. Strange act. I did a video about this too, but you know, to pull it out quick, this is Isaiah chapter 28 and 21. For Yahweh shall rise up as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work, his strange work, and bring to pass his act, his strange act. So why is it strange? Because these things that we speak about now, they are not really realistic. You know, like how I just spoke about the lasers coming out of the hands, the lasers coming out of the so-called UFOs. These things that the prophets and the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua speak about are not realistic to the common person, the person that is without the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. These things are not realistic. They don't believe that such a thing is gonna happen. We believe that Yahushua is gonna crack open the skies, you know, come out of another dimension, fill the sky with chariots, so-called UFOs, shoot laser beams, you know, towards the people, kill a great number of people, and deliver his men by beaming them up in so-called UFOs. This is that strange act, man. This is that work that people don't believe, man. You know? This is that work that people don't believe. I was thinking about another scripture. I'm gonna pull it out after I finish this. So it says, for Yahweh shall rise up as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth, meaning he's gonna be angry. That's why you should know and understand that when Yahushua comes back, it's gonna be in anger, man. The scriptures say he cometh with a shout. Why is that shout, man? When Israel went to war, we came with shouts, man. We came with a lot of noise, because we was gonna tear in pieces these nations, man. You know, in the time of Exodus, when we came out of Egypt, we was killing these Hamites left and right, man. You know, so when Yahushua is coming back, he comes back with a shout. To do what? The continuation of destroying this fucking hell world, man, because it's already going down, man. The so-called white people are breaking down their kingdom themselves, man. That's why Yahushua said, if Satan is divided against itself, his kingdom, how can his kingdom stand? So what do we see now? Esau is fighting against Esau. The Russians are fighting against the Americans. World War III is rousing up, man. You know? So it says, for Yahweh shall rise up as in Mount Perazim. He shall be wroth as in the valley of Gibeon, that he may do his work. The work is pulverizing and destroying this kingdom to the foundation thereof. And the strange work is that the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, which are Israelites, which are dark-skinned men, the chosen people of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, are going to be delivered out of it, man. You know? And bring to pass his act, his strange act. You know, that's the deliverance, man. Because people cannot believe these things, man. A common person will not believe this thing. You know, that's Matthew chapter 11 and 25. It says, this is not Matthew, man. Matthew 11 and 25. You see Satan trying to trip me up, man. This is Matthew chapter 11 and 25. It says, at that time Yahushua answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Yahweh of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent. So these things, these things that are gonna happen, these prophecies, these to us, realistic, real, you know, just like how the Most High puts it, realistic already has real in it, but I'm gonna say realistic things. You know, to us they are realistic things, because we know this by faith. We know this thing is gonna happen, man. You know, but like it says, because thou hast hid these things, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is hid from a common person, man. You know, that is wise in this world. Like it says, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. You know, and a babe represents a humble and a meek person, man. You know, these mysteries are revealed unto babes, man, and they will get it, man. Which these babes, the men that are gonna humble themselves as a babe, they are gonna be delivered, man. You know, but like it says, it is a strange act. It is a strange phenomenon that's gonna happen. But we are speaking about it, but they are not believing it. So that's why this scripture, Habakkuk chapter 1 and 5, behold, he among the heathen. Who are among the heathen? Israel is among the heathen, man. You got Israelites amongst the Hamites, you know, in Kenya, in Eritrea, is even in Egypt, man. Even in Israel itself now, where these devils are right now. You got Israelites over there. You got Israelites here in Europe, you know, among the Edomites. You got Israelites in America. You even got Israelites in China. You know, these Asian countries, man. You know, a brother that is in the truth, a brother from the GMS LA camp, he was in Japan, man, when he heard this truth. He was in Guam, if I'm correct. You know, so even at the other side of the world, you are able to get this truth, man. And we are able to reach out to the Hebrew Israelites through the internet that is set up by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai itself, man. You know? So Habakkuk 1:5, behold ye among the heathen, which are Israelites, and regard and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days, which is the deliverance, the destruction, the wrath of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai coming down, the chariots that are going to fill up the skies, the lasers that are going to vaporize people. I will work a work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told to you. So these prophecies are being told to the people, but these prophecies are not realistic to the people, like I said. These prophecies are not realistic to the people, so they don't really feel like that this is gonna happen, you know. But it is, man, and we have the faith that is gonna happen, and the faith is things that we hope for, man. Like Hebrews 11:1 says. So this is back in Isaiah chapter 66:16. For by fire and by his sword will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. You know, the slain of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai shall be many, man. Because, hey, Yahushai is not going to come back to talk, man. He's going to come back with a sword, like I spoke about in the previous lesson, man. Yahushai is going to come back with a sword, man. He ain't coming back to talk, man. You know? And that's what these Christian bug-outs don't understand. You know? There's a scripture, forgot where it was. There was the scripture, there was this scripture that said that hey, the time that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai will wink at your iniquities is over, man. You know, Salaki, I'm not able to find it right now. You know, people are already calling me and stuff from work, so I'm gonna wrap it up. Verse 16, for by fire and by his sword, which is the nuclear missiles, will Yahweh plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahweh shall be many. They that testify themselves, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden, in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, said Yahweh. Exactly. So these Christians that justify themselves of eating swine's flesh, you know, that say that, you know, these things are allowed and all that kind of bullshit, you know, they will be surprised of the things that are gonna happen to them, man. You know. So with that, I'm gonna wrap it up. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Shalom to the elect.